Yo, Cowboys fans, hey. Now, that is the Ezekiel Elliott that we've all come to know and love. Hopefully these dice don't distract y'all. I said I want to keep one in the video. Just, it's something Cowboys related, so I hope it's not kind of goofy or too goofy nonetheless. But what's going on, y'all? Bye week. I want to try to do some draft things with on the channel, just like an early look, a top 5 watch list for the Cowboys. Maybe me and Joe are gonna try to get something together because we do have this bye week. Bye week couldn't have came at a better time. Get Leighton Vander Esch healed up, get Amari Cooper healed up, and really go in and evaluate your team. And will the real Ezekiel Elliott stand up? That run, and I'm actually gonna put a play. Hopefully it should play right here. It might be small screen, but you see that crackback block? That's not Ezekiel Elliott, the running back. That's Ezekiel Elliott, the football player. The football player that we have all come to love. The football player that, for my money, is the best back in the league. I get Saquon, I get Christian McCaffrey. But when Zeke plays like that, and when he runs like how he ran against the Eagles, Ezekiel Elliott is the best back in football. And there's a couple reasons why. It's important to remember just how fast Ezekiel Elliott is. And that's why I had to do the video after the Jets lost when I called those guys out. Because the vision, he had to play where, he gets Travis, he got Travis Frederick, second level, and he cuts back in behind him, runs into Marcus May, where if he would have just trusted his vision, cut out, he probably would have had a 12-yard gain. All right, so you get that from watching film. Then you see plays where he just kind of running hard in the gap and not being elusive and not running with hot feet. Now, offensive line, no Lyle, no Tyron in those games. I get it. But even before that, you didn't see the pop. Now, the Miami Dolphins game, Zeke did some nice things, but it's the Dolphins. You're playing a team with nothing to lose. I wanted to see him do that against a lesser team like the Jets, and he didn't. But he came back against Philly and shut me up hard. And I'll take it, because in order for this team to now kind of be what we want them to be, it's a shame, guys, that I have to watch this team with I can't cheer too loud, and I go crazy when I watch the games. If you guys, make sure you hit me up on Sportscaster. You can live stream with me. The numbers are going up, so you guys have been showing love. Also, I have been emailing, well, you guys shoot me the email. I have been mailing out the albums. So if you guys follow me on Foots and Coles, if you guys want an album, I will send you an album. People in the comments can stamp that I will. Oh yeah, in the beginning of the video, did you guys like the Jason Garrett meme with Zeke making Brandon Graham look stupid? That was like so cool. That's the Zeke that we need to see. But in order, I kind of lost my train of thought. So in order for this team to be the team that we need it to be, you looked at a team like Philly, who it was clear they didn't have the playmakers that the Cowboys had. Amari Cooper has been who you need him to be. I'm sorry, Zeke. Will the real Zeke please stand up, sit back down, and stay here with us for a little bit? Because, dog, if Zeke's going to run like that, and teams are going to, supply resources to stopping Amari Cooper, which they have to, all right? Guess what, guys? Newsflash. The Eagles aren't the only bad secondary in football. There's a lot of them. And the way Amari Cooper's running routes, he's hit a stride. It's almost like an art form. I'm so glad that Ezekiel Elliott realized that he has to bring his game up to another level. I saw a stat, and it was like, this was the first game that he had that he was in a positive for yards after contact. So that's where because there was times this year, guys, where I'm like, damn, does Zeke break tackles anymore? Is it like on first contact he goes down? And I get getting was blocked, and I get staying with the hole, but you would kind of come to a point to where you were kind of getting worried about if the player was, you were getting worried as though if the player was kind of losing some juice. And on this channel, I call for Tony Pollard a lot. And you guys saw the run that Tony Pollard had where the juice was there, all right? And the play wasn't really blocked great, or it was trash, or somebody spilled through, whatever. But the juice was there. It was good for Zeke to see that. Because whether you like it or not, competition, you seeing somebody at your position make plays, is going to give you an extra little bit of, all right? So, in this bye week, will the real Zeke stand up? Now, if you listen to the sights and sounds of the game, it was encouraging to see Zeke wanting the football and wanting to be hungry even on that passing route. Guys, these dice don't really want to agree with me. My bad, y'all. Guys, Ezekiel Elliott has that in his bag. Like, he can catch the ball well. That's one of the things that made him so complete. And when you look around the league, Alvin Kamara hurt, missed the game. Saquon Barkley hurt, missed a couple games. Right now, Christian McCaffrey is doing it at a high level. I get it. But there's been nobody as durable as Ezekiel Elliott. I will give him that. Was my call out probably a little premature? Probably. You know why? Because I don't want this team to not take advantage of the moment that they have. The East is down. The Giants and the Skins suck. Philly, it's starting to look like Carson. We got to start having this overrated Carson Wentz conversation. We got to start having this overrated Carson Wentz conversation. Body language bad. Team turning on him. You know, I had a couple of Philly fans tell me that, you know, I told them about the Alshon Jeffrey. Oh, that's just a rumor. I've been around teams, and I've been around this Cowboys team for too long. Where there's smoke, there's fire. When you're losing games and Alshon's numbers are dropping, there's something to be said about some of that stuff. So the Cowboys have just a golden opportunity to cash in on a bad division, and if nothing else, try to be that third, fourth seed in the NFC. That being said, losing a game like the Jets, and I can't harp on it enough, but when you saw Sam Darnold against the Patriots, dog, and I get the Patriots are the best thing since sliced bread, but dog, Sam Darnold is poo. That defense is poo. Period. That's why I call Zeke out. Will the real Ezekiel Elliott please stand up? The football player, the guy who wants to crack back block, the guy who wants to get the 4th and 1. I like the way his ball security, he's stretching that thing over the goal line. He's running over Malcolm Jenkins, stepping on his face. That's the Ezekiel Elliott that I got to have. He makes this thing go still. Now, I don't think that you can win and be effective in the long run without an Amari Cooper, but Ezekiel Elliott, if he plays football like that, it gets the team going. It gets that going. It gets the offensive line going. It gets the whole 9. Yards after contact. That's how Zeke's going to win. You know, his feet and his elusiveness is great, but it's the dog mentality, Zeke, that we got to have. Will the real Zeke please stand up? I just want to do this video because if you couldn't see a clear difference, then you're not a true football lover and a true fan in the way that he was running. So I had to come back and kind of, wouldn't say save face, but I had to come back and kind of just prove to you guys that that was to Ezekiel Elliott. And I think that he's had higher yardage totals but in this year, but he wasn't running the same. Now Ezekiel Elliott is running the same. All right, Cowboys fans, this is your boy Footsie King. As always, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Listen, hit me up on Sportscaster. I'm mailing you an album. It's that simple. We're going to build this music, this channel, the whole 9 together. It's your boy Footsie King. As always, thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Peace.
Repeat after me. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread.